Welcome back, everyone. So everyone dreams about what their big wedding day will be like, but then reality sets in. And you realize that everything costs money, costs a lot, and a lot of money. So here to help us figure out the budget for our big day is celebrity financial coach Lynn Richardson. Welcome, Lynn. So Lynn, it's true what I just said. I mean, I've heard of people spending anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars on their wedding. What is the first tip you would say? What's the first thing to do when you're tackling a budget?
Well, the first thing to do is decide, are you doing a Hilton wedding or are you doing a Richardson wedding? Because there's a difference between the two.
All right.
And either can be beautiful. Of course, we've all dreamt of the Cinderella weddings with the knight in shining armor, but there's money attached to that. So the first thing we should do is be realistic.
Okay.
Be at peace with the money that you have, because everybody knows money cannot buy happiness.
No.
So happiness should not be dictated by money.
Okay,
like it.
that's great.
And one of the ways that you help people with this is what you call a wedding budget kit.
Absolutely.
Right, so walk us through
Yes.
that. What exactly is that?
Well, the wedding budget kit is going to keep your paycheck and your partner happy.
And
so agree all the time.
Yes, they don't agree all the time.
You need to keep them in unison.
Yeah, so you got to figure out, what am I going to spend money on, because these things add up. So right here, you've got everything with apparel. So the gown, the shoes, the lingerie, the hosiery, the jewelry, like
already
all these
that's
things.
so expensive.
It's a lot. Well, the top two things are at the top: apparel, what you wear, and the ceremony itself. So that can be extremely
that's giving me
expensive.
stress
That's a big
thinking
bulk
about
of
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the big bulk of it. But if you track your spending, if you're realistic, then you can certainly have this beautiful day without it really cutting into your paycheck.
So what is the most expensive thing then, would you say?
The most expensive thing is either the dress or the people.
Oh, well, you have to wear the dress.
Yeah.
I guess you got to
Don't need people? What are you trying to say?
I mean, you can't go, you need a dress.
Uninvite the people.
Because here's the deal. The people cost money because they want to eat. You know, they want to eat. They want to eat.
Don't let them eat.
Yeah, well, I say just have a big party, right? And invite everybody, and maybe have light hors d'oeuvres, and you can have your beautiful day, because let's keep it real. People go to the weddings for the music.
That's
we go
true.
to the reception. We go
To dance.
to have
It's
fun.
true.
Right, so let's eliminate the food.
Right, let's have some hors d'oeuvres and be able to save that money truly for something something important in your life, like a house.
A house, a business, a savings, your next year anniversary, so you can go away and have a good time. So yeah, I think it's really important to just be realistic. Yeah.
Orly, were you realistic at your wedding?
I actually was.
Good.
Yeah, I actually was. And I ended up DIYing a lot of things at my wedding, because it's not only what I love, but it's what I do for a living. So I DIY'd, you know, my dress, the flowers, bouquets, little elements. But there are certain things I know that you shouldn't feel guilty if you splurge on. Like, there's certain things, like, just go for it.
Yes.
What are those things?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. You should absolutely splurge on yourself. It's your day. So you should get every single possible body wax, massage, facial,
What are you
get your
trying to
toes,
say?
like everything. No, but just to have that feeling and the experience. So get the paraffin wax, get your nails done, get your manicure, get the best one.
Get hair and makeup.
Not only that, I mean, I would imagine, I'm not an expert on this, but in the grand scheme of the budget of the wedding, that's not going to be a huge percentage of it. Like, in other words, really spoil yourself like that. It's a lot of bang for the buck on the day.
Yes.
Right?
It's going to cost a lot less than the people.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I guess that's what I'm getting at.
And not just the bride, the groom as well. You know, go on and splurge and feel really good. So if you get a discount dress, at least your body is expensive inside.
There you go. I love that, Lynn. That's a good one.
Yeah.
This brings me back to my wedding planning days. I was a wedding planner for 5 years. So many fun weddings. But I would have so many people say, like, I want the Chiavari chairs, which is a fancy chair for everyone at home. It's fancy. But they'd say, well, why? They're so expensive. Why can't we just buy them? So, and I said, never buy, always rent. But I don't know if that's true with everything. I always told people to rent, because then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, rent it all. Absolutely.
So you can have the wedding.
So if you want the dress that's 5 figures, that you're only going to wear one day, you're probably not going to pass it down to your millennial grandchild, because they'll probably be wearing spaceships by that time.
Yeah, you know.
Right? So go on and rent the dress, rent the veil, rent the wishing well, rent the chairs, rent those things that you want to capture the ambiance, but your paycheck and your pocketbook is still going to be feeling really nicely.
I have a question, because I've always thought, you know, I want to have
a small wedding. I'm older. I don't need to have the whole big crazy thing. I would do a destination wedding, but then I was talking to my family about it, and they were like, I don't know that that's going to be any cheaper because you want to go to Hawaii, and then
that's a good question.
Because
you think everyone can't possibly fly up to Hawaii?
That's why I thought, great, it'll cut down on the
people who
but
come.
we have to actually offer to pay for flights. I mean,
whoa, slow down.
If so, I'm coming to your wedding.
You tell me, but that sounds like.
Well, a destination wedding can be tricky. Because, well, first off, if you invite people to the wedding and they make the decision to pay for themselves to come, then you have really saved yourself a lot of money. But the trick is to make sure you do it at an all-inclusive resort. Because once you get them there, yes, even if the beach wedding is free, you still got to feed the people. So if it's at an all-inclusive resort, you can kill two birds with one stone. You can have a great party. You can drink all night.
Yeah.
Because alcohol can be expensive for a reception.
Very expensive.
And you can, you can have a happy wedding.
Yeah,
I had a destination wedding. I did not have an all-inclusive resort. And now it makes so much sense.
16 years later, he is still paying off that wedding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. No.